Hello chess enthusiasts. Today, I share with you an exceptional opening that I personally consider as the best defense against the straightforward e4. It's called Owen's defense, and it starts with b6. In the Owen defense, blacks try to fianchetto immediately their queen's bishop. It is a very efficient opening, especially against players who aren't prepared for this opening. According to statistics, after b6, the most natural response is d4, played by 92% of high-level chess players, with the aim of prevailing at the center. The first variation you are going to see in this video is bishop d3 variation. After the fianchetto, you threaten the e4 pawn, therefore your opponent must protect it somehow. e6 is a theory move that you should always play if you follow the main line. e4, b6, d4, bishop b7, bishop d3 and e6 is the theory for the instance. Here you have the option of delivering a check, but c5 is better to play. You get a tempo by making the exchange, so your opponent supports immediately. Knight f6 increases the sum of attackers on e4. Queen e2 is quite rational. Bishop e7 protects the knight in case it gets pinned by a bishop. Castle and then knight c6, normally played. Pawn to a3 prevents a potential fork. However, it creates another weakness on b3. Knight d2 defends the position, but here you sacrifice your pawn on c4. That's a quite simple tactic, for then you recapture on e4. Another common variation is knight c3 variation played in the third move. That's another way to support e4, but here you also play e6. e4, b6, d4, bishop b7, knight c3 and e6 is the theory for the instance. Your first strategic plan is the pin on c3, because then e4 will be hanging. Bishop d3 is a good solution for whites. The knight on f6 puts even more pressure to e4, so white plays queen e2 again. Here the whites have such a good center, however, d5 breaks the monotony. You make this exchange, and then you recapture with the knight. If you observe the position closely, the black side always has a tempo as it keeps whites defending themselves. Now the position is equal, however both sides have attacking chances and black has nothing to lose. Here you can see a game between Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura and Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen playing the bishop d3 variation. Hikaru immediately plays c3 to block a potential check. Then, he opens gradually the f-file to prepare his attack after castling. His center is even powerful than the previous one that we saw, however Carlsen has connected knights and a pawn chain to defend it. The f-file is very dangerous according to theory, yet there are two basic ideas, the threat on e4 and also a counterattack on c5 where Carlsen changes a side to attack, gradually opening files on the fundamental idea is a relatively symmetrical rook advance in response to white's early castling. It's worth mentioning as a note that when we play the Owen's defense, white always castles first. That's not necessarily a drawback of the opening. In fact, it helps us analyze better our opponent's thoughts about his defense. In the game, Hikaru played f5 fostering many complications. e5 was played by Magnus as it stopped white from opening the f-file. That's the continuation of the game after some exchanges. A long maneuvering performed by the white bishop happens due to this pawn storm on the right. A check follows and here black has a diagonal attacking plan. All his forces can easily join the attack due to this exceptional development. Now let's go forward in the game. Castle, protection on e5, rook controlling the d-file are several patterns of the opening played by Carlsen. If you pay close attention, you can easily spot the basic idea for black. All the pieces are pushed towards the king side. Checkmate is around the corner. Here you can see an inaccuracy played by Hikaru. Even though the engine does not condemn this move, Magnus shows no mercy and checkmates him without any dilemma. So that's a positive result of the opening in chess master level. That's the end of my video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to support my channel. If you're interested in this opening, write on comments below if you want me to publish part 2 of this video.